Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me, chat? Yup. We got the divisional round of the playoffs. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yo. I'm gonna give a couple seconds, let people like travel in, people get in here. I got a new video posted on YouTube as well tonight. Hold on. Alright. I'm gonna start it up. Let's get it. People should be in here if they interested. So what's going on, y'all? We got the divisional round of the playoffs, 1997 playoffs right now. I know that says NFL playoffs 2026. It's 1997. Yesterday, I streamed the Eagles versus Packers game. The Eagles shocked the Packers. Wound up picking off Brett Favre 3 times. Was it 3? Yep, 3 times. He threw 3 picks, and he only threw, what, 5 picks in the past 2 years? He got like 80-some touchdowns and 5 picks in the past 2 years since we started the league. So, crazy. Whoever win this matchup will play the Ravens and that crazy defense. The Eagles and the Rams are playing each other in the NFC Championship. The Dolphins team, I'm gonna show the Dolphins team. The Dolphins team, they got a crazy team, bro. Just look at their lineup. Kerry Collins is the quarterback for the offense. Marshall Faulk, Marvin Harrison is the number 1 wide receiver. Joey Galloway is the number 2. And they got Kenny McCardle as the number 3. I believe this is Greg Skrepenak. Bunch of solid linemen. They got Shannon Sharp at tight end. Defense, they got a pretty solid defense. A lot better than a lot of people think. This is a sleeper defense for sure. Linebackers solid. Cornerback solid. D-line a little questionable, but they got Willie McGinnis on that defensive line that's solid. James Ferrier and Jamie Sharper. So that's your Miami Dolphins. Looking at the Tennessee Titans, this team 15-2 on the year. The Dolphins are 12-5. Look at this team. This is your number 1 team in the AFC. Jeff George is the quarterback. Lorenzo Neal is at fullback. Jamal Anderson and Corey Dillon. You got Jerry Rice, Andre Hastings, Ed McCaffrey, and Jimmy Smith on the wide receiver end. Tony Gonzalez also on the offense. This is a 97 overall rookie tight end. Insane. And then a bunch of pieces on the defense. And it's anchored by John Randall. So the Dolphins look like they got a better team overall. If you look at it, 93 offense, 84 defense. But this Titans, they got heart. This Titans got heart. So let's get started. Gonna rock the 2015s. It's that 2016 Color Rush. I wanted this to be a Color Rush game, y'all. All right, yeah. How about that? Color rush game. Yep, they rocking color rushes. All right, this is your divisional round of the playoffs. Let's get to it. Welcome to the divisional round, Nissan Stadium. The Tennessee Titans will be facing off against the Miami Dolphins, and history is on the line. Jerry Rice is leading this stout wide receiver offense for the Tennessee Titans, as the Miami Dolphins look to kind of remind everyone why they went to the Super Bowl last year in this playoff matchup. The Dolphins come in with revenge on their mind. They took a brutal loss to the Titans earlier this year. They're trying to come back. Kerry Collins, QB showdown alert. And you got Jeff George on the other end. 15-2 is the Tennessee Titans. Coach Jeff Fisher trying to get his team ready. You saw Coach T. Rello on the other end. 12-5 is the Miami Dolphins throughout the year. Dolphins will be receiving a kick first. Again, this is a CPU versus CPU game, so all games are simmed at slow speed and advance to the end. With the Titans getting ready to kick off, the Dolphins come out and field the first return of the day. They take it at the 25 to 30, tackled down at the 28-yard line. Kenny McCardle couldn't get far, but a great return. Helping out quarterback Kerry Collins with 4,220 passing yards on the year, 36 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. It's doing great. A handoff to Marshall Faulk, who runs right up the defense, gaining 10 on the first drive. First carry of the drive. Tell you what, Kerry Collins and this coach, they love this running back Marshall Faulk. Ran them all the way to a Super Bowl last year. He just couldn't get past the Packers. Second play of the drive. Quick pass to tight end Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is old, reliable. Taking that reception 8 yards. Getting very close to the first down. Handoff outside to Marshall Faulk, who breaks past the secondary and goes past the defender and races away. Right when he had the first down, he had the touchdown. But a block in the back penalty is going to call back this touchdown. There was no reason for that penalty to be thrown. Marvin Harrison, what are you doing? So the Titans get saved. Illegal block in the back on the offense. Marvin Harrison must have had some anger issues toward Marshall Faulk, because he had no reason to get that penalty. The ball was way past it, even getting closer to the end zone. So that takes back that long 60-yard rushing touchdown. As Marshall Faulk comes out and gets 2 yards on this rush. And a quick pass given out to Joey Galloway, who races past the defense. Getting 20 yards on that reception. Quick RPO, and speedy receiver Joey Galloway rushes past everybody. Not before getting tackled by the third defenders of this Titans defense. So single back formation. Motion out from Marvin Harrison. Quick pass, wide open, touchdown, Miami. So Marvin Harrison showed a little animosity. Definitely blocked in the back, it looks like on purpose, as he gets the receiving touchdown 2 plays later. It'd be your own people. So Miami goes up 6-0 easily.
The kicker on for the extra point.
That field goal gives the Dolphins a 7-0 lead. Quick. Titans defense had no time to react. So, barring this no field goal barring no kickoff return, Titans could take this one. Starting off with a nice spin, getting to the 31-yard line. Jeff George got about 5,000 passing yards on the year. He's doing pretty solid, carrying his team as much as he can, as he has Jamal Anderson as a running back in the backfield. He's done great this year. A quick handoff to Jamal Anderson, getting only no yards at that point. Back to Jeff George. He has 68 completion percentage with 37 touchdowns and 9 interceptions on the year. So as they come out on 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. That first run didn't go anywhere. They try to run it again with Jamal Anderson. He gets one. Keep feeding him. He's going to pop it eventually, right?
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9 from 32. Quick pass, hits his receiver. That's going to be tight end. I actually don't know who that is. Who's number 85 on the Titans?
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Somebody gets the first down. 1st and 10 for the 49 after that long reception. Jeff George launches it up, and that's a safety right there. That's going to be picked off. A bad throw by quarterback George. This Titans team, they're 15-2, but they're playing like crap today. Blaine Bishop gets the first turnover of the game. No, that's not good. Jeff needs to tighten it up. Show the heart that this Tennessee Titans so frequently talk about. So the Dolphins come back after this turnover that they get, the interception from the safety Bishop. Gets the offense on the ball again. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Kerry Collins. Marshall Faulk in the backfield. Drop back pass. Hits his tight end, Shannon Sharp. Gains 7. Empty formation for Kerry. Titans showing pressure on the line. Drop back 4. Again, hit number 85. This time, Joey Galloway gets the reception. Single back. Drop back, pass, 4-man rush, throws an interception. Kerry Collins picked off by number 50 for the Tennessee Titans. The Titans defense comes up. That's Eddie Robinson, their left outside linebacker, picks off the quarterback. So he thought he had a receiver wide open in the middle. Nope. Read like a book. He's tried to fit it in for Marvin Harrison, but got to lead that a little bit further. The Titans get their own interception. Coach Fisher letting his team know that you got to have heart. That's the staple motto for this Tennessee Titans team, having heart. As Jeff George drops back in empty formation, sees the 5-man rush, drops it off to his running back, Jamal Anderson, gaining 5 yards on the reception. So 2nd and 5 from the 38-yard line. Thanks to that interception, they just dumped it off again to the running back. This time he loses 2. I was going to say thanks to that interception, they're in field goal range, but they keep doing plays like that, they'll be punting it. A 6-man rush, and they get home. Jeff George taken down at the 49-yard line. So back-to-back losses on the past 2 plays. This moved them back. Titans have to punt. Dolphins sent a bunch of pressure. Look at all that orange. Dolphins smelling blood as they send out a punt block formation. End up having a fair catch, and that goes through the back of the end zone. So here goes our 3rd drive from quarterback Kerry Collins. First drive was a touchdown. The second one ended in an interception. As he comes back at split back formation, looks to redeem himself. Throws a quick pass to Marshall Faulk, who was getting snuffed out by that linebacker Simon. Name is almost spelled like Seaman. Gets taken down after getting 5 yards on the reception. The Orange Crush Dolphins coming out. And he gets sacked by John Randall. Kerry Collins didn't know what was going on, as the Titans sent a crazy defensive stunt, getting in with only 4. John Randall. So Kerry Collins trying to rush up the offense. And they get the screen off, only actually losing 3 yards on the screen. So as the Dolphins get ready to punt it, the Titans get ready to field it. And they do field a return, as he gains only 7 yards on that return, getting tackled shortly. Andre Hastings tried his best. The Titans will receive the ball at the 45-yard line. Jeff George trying to make it this offense, trying to put this offense in a position to score, but they're just getting stalemated by this Orange Crush Dolphins. As they hand it off to Jamal Anderson. Jamal Anderson breaks free, jukes a defender, gets to the 40, the 35, the 30, gets tackled down at the 24-yard line. What a crazy run by Jamal Anderson. We haven't seen the rookie running back Corey Dillon, who was just drafted this year. But Jamal Anderson is keeping his backfield on point. There's another empty formation for quarterback George. Drops back, feels the pressure, sacked again. That's 2 sacks for the Dolphins.
Loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 30-yard line.
As they try to hand it off to the running back, who gets tackled after that halfback draw. So 3rd and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
Third and 17. Jeff George drops back, finds a man downfield, launches it. He catches it, but not enough to get the first down. 4th and 2, and the Titans have to settle for a field goal. Barn, no block. They'll be trailing by. No, they don't go for a field goal. They come out in a single back heavy formation to try to go for it, get this first down. They're looking for 7, not 3. And they drop back. Finds his receiver wide open. They get it. The Dolphins have a penalty. It's not against the Titans. Roughing the passer, so this is going to be a first down no matter what. Number 85 came wide open as James Ferrier also roughs the passer, and this puts them at the 1-yard line. Titans in great position. After that crazy run, crazy roughing the passer, Jamal Anderson punches it in for a touchdown. Titans tie it. Let's go. Tennessee showing that they have heart.
The kicker on for the point after. The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
And the Dolphins get ready to field it after a quick, unfortunate turn of events as they get to the 28-yard line. That roughing the passer, it honestly was just a 1-yard cherry on the top, because Jeff George already sliced him up and hit his outside receiver on that outside out route, gaining the first down. Marshall Faulk on the first carry, gaining 7, getting 2nd and 3 for the Dolphins offense. So 2nd and 3 from the 35-yard line. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. They run a jet sweep and he gets snuffed up. Nowhere to go. Both defenses on high alert. Rod Woodson in coverage for the Dolphins on their defensive end. This time you got John Randall trying to keep this defense up for the Titans. These guys know how to turn a game around. John Randall up in the middle. They hit up his outside receiver, Joey Galloway, who rushes, gaining 8 yards on the reception. Dolphins aren't letting this slide. As they hand the outside runoff to Marshall Faulk, who gets the blocks on the edge. Stiff arms and trucks a defender, gaining extra yardage. Talk about getting in the weight room. You trying to take number 28 down, you need to be able to lift some weight. Another outside handoff as the defensive end can't break the edge. Marshall Faulk breaking past all the defenders. He's got 5 rushes for 62 yards today. Another run, this is a third run, as that one gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. They needed to give Marshall Faulk a breather, and that was just exactly what John Randall needed. So there's going to be a 2-minute warning. This is going to give both teams a chance to scope out, recover, and come out and try to fire on his offense. Empty formation from quarterback Kerry Collins, as a holding penalty is going to negate whatever happens on this drive. That was a touchdown that's going to get called back. Marvin Harrison had a second. No need to celebrate too early. The big boys in the center, they was holding.
Holding offense.
Look at that. Coach Tirello is not happy. Saying let him tug. Let him pull that jersey. Titans have been pulling jerseys all day. They haven't called any penalties on them. 2nd and 22 from the 23-yard line. Jeff George. Oh, Kerry Collins dumps it off to Marshall Faulk, who gets tackled down for a loss. That's going to be a 1-yard loss right there. That linebacker Seaman is doing his thing. I honestly don't think that's his name. As the Titans send pressure, they send 6. The ball gets doinked off the defender's head, almost intercepted. Dolphins have to settle for 3. 4th and 23, field goal attempt. And that's good. So Miami goes up by 3 right before halftime. Still a minute and 12 seconds left on the clock for the Titans, as they get ready to field this kickoff return. Titans don't have a scary returner. But I'll tell you what, Andre Hastings and Jamal Anderson, they'll try their best. So that gets taken down shortly. So Jamal Anderson has four carries for 34 rushing yards and 1 touchdown on the day. If he could break himself a long one, this would be exactly what the Titans need. And they do hand it off to him. He gets to the 40, the 45, the 50, the 55, the 40, and another holding penalty. Actually, a block in the back is going to negate this. He gets exactly what I called. He got the commentary bluff. The commentary boost, I should say. They still give him positive yardage on that one, just not all of it. Jeff George almost throws another interception. James Ferrier is right there. He's going to take that one out to the house. Got to be careful. And Jeff, just right there, James Ferrier seems to be hot. George surveying the defense, calling his audibles. They got tight end Tony Gonzalez, who he launches it up to. He can't come down with it. Actually, that's number 85. It's Jimmy Smith for the Titans. Tony Gonzalez is right there at the bottom right of the screen, if you can see him. That is their rookie tight end, who has not been targeted today, as the Dolphins only sent 3 men and almost intercepted it. That was just enough to confuse the young quarterback with 8 men dropping back. Nothing there. So the Dolphins get 49 seconds left on the clock as they get a quick punt, and they all have all 3 timeouts. They could put some points on the board. It's going to be hard trying to drive down 88 yards But they got all 3 timeouts in a high-powering offense. Kerry Collins almost throws another interception.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Kerry Collins drops back again, hits his tight end, Shannon Sharp, who gets the first down. Also a roughing the passer penalty is going to be called. They're throwing these yellow flags all over the place. What do you guys consider to actually be roughing a passer? These guys consider everything. So 10 and 7, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Marshall Falk, who is breaking past the defenders. Gains 7 on the rush. And the Dolphins still have 2 timeouts.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Drop back. Quick pass. Intercepted. Titans get themselves a pick 6. Oh, no. Right before half, Kerry Collins throws it. They could have settled for even running out the clock or kicking a field goal, but instead Anthony Dorsett catches this one and takes it home. Tennessee Titans and their fans going crazy in the stadium as they're shooting cannons all over the place. Talk about a snag-a-rooski. That's going to change momentum going into halftime. So instead of the Dolphins running out the clock, ending the quarter at 10-7, throw a pick 6. So 10-14 is the score. Titans lead. Dolphins returner getting it to the 23-yard line is Kenny Ricardo, or is Joey Galloway. Marshall Falk, he needs the rock at all times. As you see, he has 69 yards on only 6 carries. About 12 and a half per carry. Need to use him more. They do. Hand it off to the running back. Not Marshall Falk, but their backup. As they let the clock run out, they hand it to Marshall Falk, who jukes a defender, breaks one tackle, and oh my gosh. 2 seconds left on the clock. Marshall Falk says, I'm taking this bad boy home. Touchdown, Dolphins. Right before half, no time on the clock. After Kerry Collins just threw an interception, the running back says, I'll make up for it. Takes that rush all the way home. So instead of going at end of the half at 10-14, they make it 17-14. As we go into halftime, these teams are fighting. Titans' Jeff George hasn't looked too sharp, but he's had a battle through. He's had to battle through the pressure from Rod Woodson and the rest of this Dolphins defensive line. Willie McGinnis and everyone is causing havoc. Jamal Anderson is doing his best on the rushing end. Andre Hastings trying his best on the kick returns. Look at this. Kerry Collins has 84 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Marshall Falk, after that long run, 143 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeff George and his side of the team, they're doing their best. As the Dolphins get ready to return it, the running back breaks the first tackle, getting the ball down to the 37-yard line. The Dolphins have to answer after that long run from Marshall Falk. Insane. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Jeff George feeling the pressure, just has to throw it away. He's getting chased down by Willie McGinnis and Moore. Jeff George surveys, hits his running back, and he can't hold on and survive the catch, survive the tackle. 3rd and 10 from the 37-yard line. Dolphins send us a pressure. 6-man rush. That leaves definitely going to leave something open when you rush 6. Not to send that much. As wide receiver Ed McCaffrey gets the first down. So when you send 6, you're going to leave a hole somewhere in the zone. And right there, Ed McCaffrey just ran a curl and sat down right where the linebacker blitzed. Play action. Launches it upfield and throws an interception. Another pick from Jeff George. As he throws it, he has his wide receiver. Unfortunately, that one just goes straight to the defense. Turnover, turnover, turnover. All day. Look at that ball. Jerry Rice, he tried to fit it in there for him, but it just wasn't enough. So after that interception, the Dolphins get the ball back, gifted the offensive ball again. Marshall Faulk, he just broke off a long 60-yard rushing touchdown right before the half. Gashes him again, gaining 20 yards on that rush. This running back is scary. I tell you what, whichever running back does win, whichever team does win this game, their running back is in for a hard one as they face Ray Lewis and Derek Brooks, and the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship. Coach Fisher is not happy with Jeff George. There's been reports saying that he called him hot asthma attack. Gotta censor it for the kids that are watching. 3rd and 9 after Kerry Collins can't get the RPO off. Handed off to Marshall Faulk, who does all he does. Gaining 13 on that rushing yard, on that rush attempt. Getting the first down. So the Titans, they need to cover this defense up. They better off sending 5 on the D-line. They do get Marshall Faulk down right there. Tracy Simon tackling this legendary running back at the line of scrimmage after a 1-yard gain. Quick pass. The receiver can't survive the tackle. Joey Galloway smacked in the back by Jones and Dorsett. So 3rd and 9 from the 30-yard line. Quick pass. Kerry Collins surveying the field. Feels the pressure, jumps past, almost throws an interception. He can't get the ball anywhere. He needs to get his helmet checked out. I don't know why the back of his head is showing. So this is going to end up having to be a 40-yard field goal as the Dolphins look to put up an extra 3. And it's good. So Dolphins go up 20-14 thanks to an interception from quarterback Jeff George. As the Titans get ready to return it. 31, the running back, jukes a defender and gets smacked by Willie McGinnis at the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the 25. A nice and clean offensive drive is exactly what the Titans need. No turnovers, just a little bit of points. Jerry Rice has been held silent today. Nothing coming from him. 3rd quarter, 4 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. Another handoff to Jamal Anderson, who runs up the middle, tackled by James Ferrier shortly afterwards. Ed McCaffrey and his offense and his wide receivers are trying their best.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
As he does hit his wide receiver up. That's Ken Dilger on the reception that time. 4 catches for 50 yards today.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So they're coming out in a strong single back formation. See if this is a play action. They do hand it off to Jamal Anderson. Bounces off the offensive line right there, getting tackled by Jamie Sharper.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After a 5-yard gain on the rush. Another running back run. He bounces off the tackle from Sharper. It gets tackled by Ferrier and McGinnis. Both linebacker and defensive end going crazy. So after that 1-yard gain, empty formation from Jeff George, they need to get a first down here. They cannot waste time as the DB loops around. Jump ball and a holding penalty right there.
Pass interference.
Oh, pass interference on the offense. Ed McCaffrey, pass interference. They're just going to decline and take the punt. I need to see where Ed went back and pass interfered. As this returner has no room, so he just fair catches it at the 13. Marshall Faulk has 172 rushing yards on the day, 6 receiving yards, total of 178. Carrying his offense. So they come out in a strong formation. As they do play action out of it, throw it to the running back, and he gets tackled for a loss. And that's how you prevent that legendary running back from getting hot. So he loses his X factor. Kerry Collins decides to run a QB draw. He gets smacked, losing another yard. I don't know who he think he is, but that QB power was awful. His helmet is messed up. So 3rd and 12, after a QB power and a bad screen on the first drive, Marshall Faulk gets all the open field after this screen. Breaks the tackle and have a day. Kerry Collins, stat padding it looks like, because he could just dump it off to his running back who's going to do the rest. He launches this ball. Marvin Harrison reels it in, gaining 3 on the reception. Insane. So they end up letting the clock run out. That is going to be end of the 3rd quarter. As we head into the 4th, the Dolphins lead 20-14. Both teams showing some crazy defense. As one team has a pick 6, the other one has 3 picks. Still got 20 points on the board. All right. Collins finding his tight end, Shannon Sharp. They have some respectable chemistry. You got to watch out for that tight end, as he comes across the middle often. And Kerry finds him. Let's come out with trips right. Kerry throws it to the tight end again. That's YN Sharp right there. Yeah, that's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. They do hand it off to Marshall Faulk. He gets swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage, losing yardage on that rush. That's a first of the day. First of many, I should say. 3rd and 4. After that tackle for loss on the last play, and almost gets the defender to jump off sides. Marshall Faulk motions out left, has open field, gets tackled shortly, right at the line of scrimmage. What a good open field tackle by Dorsett. Because if he broke that tackle, it was over. Dolphins have to settle for a punt. They haven't punted often throughout this game. They pin him inside the 5, inside the 10. What a great punt from the punter. That's exactly what the Dolphins defense needed. 94 yards is what the Titans have to drive and do. Not looking likely. So Jeff George and the offense come out in the split backfield formation. They hand it off to running back Jamal Anderson, who cuts back inside, gaining 11 on the first rush. Actually 13. So took that ball from the 6-yard line to the 19-yard line. Jamal Anderson. So trips left. Another handoff to Jamal Anderson. Feed him if he's going to keep getting those yards, right? Offense doing good. They have a good amount of defensive pressure coming in today. among the top 2. 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line. 4 minutes, 54 seconds left on the clock. A quick screen out to the running back who gets a nice pancake block. Then gets tackled shortly. I'll tell you what, that cornerback is going to have a headache tomorrow. That's a CTE block if I've ever seen one. Third and 4 from the 24-yard line. They need this. This is 4-down territory at this point. Pressure from the Dolphins and not enough. As the Titans move the chains. 31, showing who's what. No Corey Dillon today. They are using the other running back. Jamal Anderson, handoff. Getting tackled at the line of scrimmage. These 2 rookie linebackers, James Ferrier and Jamie Sharper, they're all over the place. A quick RPO screen, and the wide receiver didn't even have his head turned around before Jeff George threw it. George sensing some pressure thanks to the help of Tony Gonzalez. Tony drops back, throws it into triple coverage again. You think George would learn better, as he kind of had his tight end open near the first down marker, but instead, they're going to punt it and see if their defense can help them out again. As the Dolphins get this ball up 20-14, thanks to that good punt from their punter at the 6-yard line, was enough to put some pressure on his quarterback. He threw it 3 and out. So they get the ball, 3 minutes, 2 seconds left on the clock. A quick RPO, and Joey Galloway catches that one. Surviving the tackle. First down after a good 15-yard reception. So 2 minutes, 59 seconds left on the clock after a timeout from the Titans. Quick handoff to Marshall Faulk, getting 6-7 yards on the rush. So another timeout by the Titans right before the 2-minute warning. This time they got 3 on the line. I think you need to send some pressure. Marshall Faulk is likely going to run this. And they do. Only send 3, but it was just enough. As the defensive end is able to shed the block and tackle him right at the line of scrimmage. So last timeout call for the Titans. They need a stop here. They can't let the Dolphins get a first down. No matter what. They need to get a stop here. As they do send a blitz. Shannon Sharp gets wide open. And that's going to be it. That's ball game. They can try to stop the clock if they can, but they have nothing to do. As the Dolphins will run this ball right before the 2-minute warning and then run the clock out. So that goes for a loss. And the Titans season is likely over. Unfortunate. The Dolphins head back to the AFC Championship. As long as they don't turn this ball over. A fumble or an interception can be exactly what the Titans need. 2nd and 12. Kerry Collins drops back. Throws the interception! No way! As this is the second one that's going back for 6. Kerry Collins, what are you doing? The coach got aggressive. All he had to do was run the clock out. And he throws the interception to DB Torrey James. The Dolphins do not want to make it back to the AFC Championship. You can't. What is the reason for doing that? Oh my gosh. Talk about a Music City miracle. So after that pick six, two pick sixes in one game, Kerry Collins is throwing it away. They still have 1 minute and 49 seconds and all 3 timeouts. as Joey Galloway angrily takes this kickoff return, getting to the 27-yard line. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a play like that happen. Throws a pick. They had a running formation and they audibled out of it to throw it. As they come out in empty formation, hitting up Marvin Harrison. Takes that 6 yards. They call a quick timeout. They can get in the field goal range. That's all they need.
Second and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Kerry Collins throws it to his outside receiver, who doesn't get out of bounds. Actually, he does get tackled out of bounds. And that stops the clock, so they get to save a timeout as they inch closer to the field goal range. Another audible, changing of formation. Last time this happened, a pick occurred. Hopefully not this time. That's 3 rushes. Marshall Faulk runs right out of bounds. 2nd and 9 for the Dolphins. So we got powder blue versus orange crush. See what happens. Drops back, hits his receiver wide open in the middle. Marshall Faulk working this man coverage defense as they get closer to field goal range. First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Motion right, motion left. Play action pass, throws it back left. Hits his tight end Shannon Sharp, who at this point they're in field goal range. So 1 minute and 11 seconds left on the clock. They keep stepping out of bounds as they hand it off to the running back, who gets stifled at the 2-yard after a 2-yard gain. So 3rd and 2. They do call timeout after they could have probably wasted a little bit of seconds. 1 minute, 8 seconds left on the clock. They hand it off to him, and he gets the first down. Marshall Faulk gets the first down. They run a no huddle. They got to play safe ball at this point. You got to just run it. They play action. Oh my gosh, Kerry Collins surveying. He almost throws the interception. The DB wasn't looking. The DB was looking at the wide receiver. He must have got broken. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Change of formation. Kerry Collins sees something that he likes. Motions Marvin Harrison back outside. Drops back. Passes it. Shannon Sharp. There's a receiver open on that one. As they come out. 17 seconds left on the clock. They run it again. And Marshall Faulk gets taken down. 11, 10, 9, 8. They don't have enough time to spike it. Spike it. 7, 6, 5. Oh. They almost did not have enough time left to spike the ball. 4th and 1 from the 4-yard line. This field goal is all they needed. 23-21. The Dolphins come into Tennessee. 2 seconds left on the clock. No kickoff return. They go to the AFC Championship as it is returned and tackled at the 18-yard line. The Dolphins, after throwing 2 pick sixes, survive. I don't know how, but Kerry Collins, he did what he needed to do at the right moment. Titans fought hard. Had their Music City Miracle 2.0, but this time it didn't lead to a win. Kerry Collins is dapping up his teammates. They need to have a talk with him in the locker room. He almost sold this one. Don't do that against the Ravens. Marshall Faulk ran a long one, keeping his team in the game. He has about close to 200 rushing yards, or 200 total yards for the day. Look at that interception by DB Dorsett, sorry. Titans have to, unfortunately, pack their lockers up. A hard-fought defensive game. Quarterback just didn't help them out. Let's check out some of the player stats from the teams. Kerry Collins with 26 for 34, 76 completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Jeff George, on the other hand, only had 9 completions out of 19 attempts. Very inefficient, and 2 interceptions. Marshall Faulk, this guy carried. And when I say carried, I mean carried. 183 rushing yards, 4 broken tackles, 105 yards after contact. 72 was his longest today. Jamal Anderson did his thing. 63 rushing yards, 32 attempts. Shannon Sharp leads the receiving end as he has 72 yards on 9 catches. Marshall Faulk had 8 catches, following behind him. Ken Dilger was the leading receiver for the Titans, 4 catches for 50 yards. And it's about the only thing that they had going. Pretty unfortunate. No featured Jerry Rice. No Ed McCaffrey. No Tony Gonzalez. Just Ken Dilger. James Ferrier had 10 tackles today, all over the field. And George Kuntz and John Randall featured themselves on the sacking end. Interceptions all over the place. Eddie Robinson got one, Blaine Bishop, Anthony Dorsett, Matt Stevens, Torrey James. As we sign out, that was an exciting game. A defensive front from both teams. Ends 23-21. That's crazy, y'all. That's insane. Playoff bracket. The Titans. They fall hard. Gotta go home. So this is our playoff bracket now. I do have a video uploaded if you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch. I just posted another video tonight. I dropped the link in the chat. Man, what a game, dog. Post-game interview with Coach Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher is telling George to clean his locker out, as he's likely not going to be on the team next year. Dolphins versus Ravens. Eagles versus Rams. Cordell Stewart can be upgraded. That's crazy. Look how many upgrade points he got. This is going to be a good game. We got Cordell Stewart versus what, Jake Plummer? I need to go back up. Can I pull up the... I wish I could pull up like the clips from the game. Just replay them. Cordell Stewart went from what, a like low 60 to a 74. Peter Bower. Peter Bower. Tiki Barber. Damn, Tiki Barber got an X Factor? Strong safety. What's going to be the overall of the Rams versus... So Eagles 88 and 80, Rams 91 and 90 and 87. Let's see. And then we got Dolphins versus Ravens. I'm in the stream right here.